The morning sun had barely risen over the distant hills when Callan awoke to the first rumble of war, even in sleep. He had known this day would come, the day when the kingdom his father had served, and his father before him would be tested like never before. As a boy, Callan had run through the castle halls, laughing with his friends, dreaming of knighthood. His hands had once been calloused from training with wooden swords now. They gripped the steel of his father's sword, worn smooth by generations of warriors. He remembered the lessons his mentor had taught him. Strength alone will not protect the kingdom. Courage and loyalty, Callan, these are the weapons that endure. The weight of that lesson pressed upon him as the distant horns of the enemy sounded. He could see the smoke curling above the horizon, the first sign of the invaders approaching. The air was thick with tension, each breath a reminder that nothing would be as it had been. Callan moved through the castle courtyard, greeting his comrades with solemn nods. There was Thorian, a fierce archer with eyes like a hawk. Brienne, a healer who attended to Callan's wounds in countless skirmishes. And Yarick, a burly warrior whose laughter could lighten the heaviest of moods, even in the shadow of death together. They had trained, fought, and survived, yet none could prepare them for what was coming. The enemy army approached in disciplined waves, banners black with crimson, each soldier a shadow of menace. Out. Siege engines rattled the ground and arrows darkened the sky. Callan surveyed his men and whispered, "Remember your oaths today. We fight not just for the walls, but for every soul that calls this kingdom home." The first clash erupted with a thunderous roar. Steel met steel, and the smell of blood mingled with the dust and smoke of the battlefield. Callan led the charge, striking down foes with precision. Each swing of his sword was a testament to his years of training, every parry a dance between life and death. Around him, comrades fell, their cries echoing in his ears. Yet he pressed on, fueled by loyalty and the promise he had sworn to the king. Hours passed and the battle shifted. The enemy, relentless and cunning, breached the outer walls. Callan and his men fell back to the inner courtyard, where the king awaited, wounded but defiant. "Protect the royal bloodline, Callan," the king rasped, gripping his arm even if it costs you your life. Callan nodded, the weight of his oath heavier than any armor he wore. Amidst the chaos, Callan found brief moments of humanity, tended to the wounded, whispered encouragements, shared stolen morsels of food with soldiers too afraid or too injured to fight. Letters from home reminded him of what he was protecting, of the families waiting in the villages beyond the castle walls. "Stay safe. You wait your return," one letter read. These words were both a comfort and a burden, a reminder that survival was not enough. He had to endure, and endure with honor. The enemy pressed further, bringing waves of elite soldiers into the courtyard. Callan's sword became an extension of his will, cutting a path through darkness, defending the king and rallying his comrades. Each step was a battle against fear itself, each breath a defiance of despair. He remembered his childhood lessons, his training, and the countless hours spent preparing for this very moment. Every swing was a promise made manifest. Night fell, and the battlefield was lit by the flickering glow of fires consuming siege engines and collapsing towers. Callan, exhausted but unbroken, held the line against a tide that seemed endless. Comrades had fallen, friends he would never see again, yet their courage remained within him, urging him forward. For them, for the kingdom, for the promise, he murmured. The climax came with the enemy commander himself, towering figure clad in black armor, eyes cold and merciless. Steel met steel with a force that shook the very stones beneath them. Sparks flew as the duel raged, each strike a question of fate and destiny. Callan fought not just for victory, but to uphold the oath he had given to the king, to protect the realm that had shaped him, and to honor every fallen comrade. Finally, with a decisive strike, Callan felled the enemy commander, but the cost was immense. His body battered, his strength waning, Callan carried the wounded king to safety. The courtyard, once a place of pride, was now a scarred landscape of heroism and loss. Survivors emerged from the shadows, inspired by Callan's courage and the sacrifice he had made. As dawn broke, the kingdom stood, the enemy had been repelled. But the memories of the fallen lingered in every stone, every scar, every whispered prayer. Ilan, kneeling beside the king, felt the weight of his promise fulfilled. Your kingdom, your people. I have kept my word, he whispered, knowing that his legacy would live on, not in titles or accolades, but in the hearts of those who survived. Years later, songs would be sung of the warrior who gave everything to protect his homeland, of the knight who kept his last promise. The kingdom endured, shaped by courage, loyalty, and sacrifice. And though Kellen's body bore the marks of countless battles, his spirit remained immortal, a testament to the enduring power of honor and the cost of true bravery. Asterisk.